calculation. You are supposed to remember very fast that as a management accountant, you'll be required in this case here to do what we call cost control. Yeah, you will be required in this case here to ensure that the organization lives to its objective of profit maximization. Remember, the company would want to create wealth in the long term, and for us to be able to create wealth in the long term, then automatically we should be able to minimize our cost. We should be able to manage our costs. We should be able to contain our costs. And one of the ways of ensuring that we shall be able to minimize our cost is through tracking our expenses, tracking our costs, and the various types of costs that we have. If you remember very well, as a management accountant, we have material cost, labor cost, overheads. Yeah, so we have the material cost, labor cost, and then we have overheads. So this topic basically will be looking at how to account for those three types of costs, and we shall start with material cost. Now, before I show you how we get to book our cost of materials issued using the various methods, FIFO, LIFO, weighted average method, first of all, I would want to show you how do we economize on our material costs. To economize on inventoriable cost, we shall be required, ladies and gentlemen, number one, to understand our stock levels. Because if you miss out on stocks, you delay to place an order of your stock items, then you're going to run out of stocks. And if you run out of raw material stocks, what will happen? The whole factory will come down to a standstill. Because in this case here, there will be nothing to be produced. And remember, you've got rent to pay. You've got employees whose salaries must be paid whether they work or not because they are full-time staff. So the very first thing you're supposed to appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, are what we call the stock levels. Under stock levels, we must be able to know how to calculate, number one, the reorder level. Reorder level, that is normally the bedrock of leveling, of stock leveling. Reorder level. Is there somebody who is able to remind us the formula of getting reorder level? How do we get reorder level? Reorder level, that shall be abbreviating as this, roll. Roll. So you remember, ladies and gentlemen, that reorder level is that exact level of stocks. Once we reach that level, then we must pick our phone and call our suppliers. So assuming we have got, say, 10,000 units in stock, we can't wait to deplete this to zero, and then that is when we start making an order. No, no. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever we are handling our stocks consumption, there will be that level. Call it 2,000. Once in this case here, our systems tell us that our stocks have reached 2,000, and we decide that this is where we are going to place an order, then automatically this becomes a reorder level. So reorder level, we used in my high school days, there were those sweets we used to call MM. Yeah, MM. So M times M. Yeah, MM. And they were top sweets, top rated those times, top rated, top sweets, MM. So anytime, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here, you always hear this examiner asking you rolling. Remember, you're rolling those sweets. Yeah, inside your mouth, rolling. Very good sweets, Yeah, MM. So in this case, at the moment, you remember those sweets called MM, which were rolling, so they'll be able to help you to roll. So reorder level equals, you see it stops, so maximum. So it is maximum consumption. It is maximum consumption times maximum lead time times maximum lead time. So it is this MM, and because it is top, it cannot be minimum. Top means highest, maximum. So maximum consumption times maximum lead time. And then don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that lead time is also known as a reorder period. It is that time that is normally taken between you placing an order and receiving of the units. Receiving of the units. Yeah, the lead time. Yeah, there are suppliers who will take 10 days, others 20 days. Yeah, the delivery time is what we call the lead time or the lag time. So instead of just discussing these levels just like that, and then leaving everything up. I would prefer, if in this case here we could look at, if we could look at August 2024, question number 2C. August 2024, question number 2C. August 2024, question number 2 cow. So August 2024, question number 2 cow. Are you able to get that question? We get to discuss it, my great friends, my students. August 2024, question number 2C. Are we able to get it? Are we able to get it? August 2024, question number 2C. Please try getting that paper. Try getting that paper. Try getting that paper. Yeah, at least 𝑪𝑰𝑭𝑨 has been able to get it. Question number 2C. It is the question on Konya Limited. Konya Limited. Konya Limited. August 2024, question number 2 cow. Gadoni has already shared the question here. Thank you so much, Gadoni. So we are told there, Konya Limited had weekly minimum and the maximum consumption of material Q at 250 and 750 units. So 750 is the maximum consumption. The reorder quantity as fixed by the company is 3,000. The material is received within a period of 4 to 6. So received. So that's lead time. That's lead time. Great. So they want us to give the minimum stock level, maximum stock level. So as a management accountant, I know that I cannot get any stock level before I get reorder level, before I roll up things. And to roll up things, these are the rolls. So in this case, you are taking maximum consumption times maximum lead time. So in this particular case, ladies and gentlemen, are you able to give me this maximum consumption from the question? Are you able to see the maximum consumption from the question? But they have given us minimum and maximum. So hours we are choosing, hours we are choosing, hours we are choosing, hours we are choosing. And I would want to hear from you, great students of mine. So according to Pius and Gadoni there, I can see they're telling me maximum consumption is 750 times maximum lead time. The lead time given here is 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks, so 6 is maximum. So times 6. So 750 times 6 will end up giving me what figure? 750 times 6 will end up giving me what figure? 750 times 6 will end up giving me what figure? So this gives us 4,500 units. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether that rolling is a concept you've been able to understand. That once we hit 4,500 units, we shall be able to place an order. Is that okay? Is that okay, my good students? Is that okay? Please give me feedback. Are we okay now? Are we okay with how this roll is calculated? Roll is the order level. Now from there, I can get minimum stock level very fast. I can get minimum stock level very fast. I can get minimum stock level very fast. With your permission, I'll be able to rub this. Yeah, so minimum stock level. Remember, I'm that teacher who jokes with his students a lot, minimum stock level. Yeah, I doubt whether there is a teacher, yeah, outside here who can joke with, 𝑪𝑰𝑭𝑨. Yeah, so anytime they talk about minimum stock level, you always remember miniskirt. Yeah, that if you roll your miniskirt, if you roll your miniskirt because of minimum, if you roll your miniskirt, you become average. When you roll your miniskirt, you become average. So in this case here, remember, miniskirt, rolled. This lady becomes what here? Average. Average becomes average. And the moment I remember this, then I'll be able to give you the minimum stock level. To get this minimum stock level, ladies and gentlemen, I will remember rolling the miniskirt into brackets, I become average. Into brackets, I become average. So average, we are looking at average consumption times average lead time. Times average lead time. And then remember that average is the same as normal. But I prefer saying miniskirt rolled I become average, not normal. Yeah, average, average. Yeah, so the moment in this case here, then you have got this, ladies and gentlemen, you are at home, you are at home, you are at home. So then in this case, I would want you, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, please give me the average consumption. Give me the average consumption. Give me the average consumption. So I can see they have given me a minimum of 250 being consumed, a maximum of 750 being consumed, and then I come and divide this by 2. I divide this by 2. Maureen, has given me 1,000 divided by 2. That gives me what here? That gives me 500. I don't want to move with a high speed. I would want us to move in this together. I would want us to move with this together. Is my speed okay? Is my speed okay? Is my speed okay, ladies and gentlemen? Are you able to follow somehow? Yeah, great. Yeah, so remember it is minimum consumption plus maximum consumption divided by 2. From there, ladies and gentlemen, come and give us here the average lead time. The average lead time. Remember they gave us 4 to 6. So minimum 4, maximum 6. So you add the 2, you divide by 2 like that. So then this will end up giving us what there? This will end up giving us a 5. Thank you very much. Now from there, I'll be able to come and get this minimum stock level by plugging in, putting in things here. Putting things here. So ladies and gentlemen, then, my minimum stock level, my minimum stock level will be equal to the reorder level. So are you able to remind Mwalimu what the reorder level was? Is there anybody who is able to remind Mwalimu what the reorder level was? The reorder level was for 500 minus the average consumption now we have is 500 times the average lead time, which is 2. So it means that the minimum stock level at the end of the day will be equal to who? The minimum stock level at the end of the day will be equal to who? The minimum stock level at the end of the day will be equal to who? So Wambua, Miss Wambua, I really appreciate your work. You have always attended all my classes, and it doesn't stop there. You always participate. That one as a daughter of mine, even Mwikalia, great. So always ensure that you are typing in something. Ensure that you are typing in something. So minimum stock level is 2,000. Thank you, Mwiti. I also see you quite a lot. Thank you so much. So then that is it. So now we can go to the Roman 2. So Roman 2, they want us to give them the maximum stock level. So Roman 2, they want us to give them the maximum stock level. Maximum stock level, I love maximum stock level. Because whenever we talk about maximum stock level, I will always, in this case here, think about rolling and rocking. Rolling and rocking. Very easy. So to get maximum stock level equals roll plus rock. Rock is reorder quantity. And then to ensure, ladies and gentlemen, that we shall be able to really be maximum up there, whenever it comes to subtraction, come and subtract, in this case here, minimum things. So you subtract the minimum consumption, times, in this case here, minimum lead time, times minimum lead time. So if they want me to give the maximum stock level, oh yes, that is how I will be able to do it. So the most important thing, first of all, is to remember that maximum stock level, to be able to reach maximum there, you must roll and then you rock. Yeah, but don't roll and then you hit a rock, you will not go maximum. You will, in this case here, die. So anytime they want us to reach maximum stock level, they will be rolling and rocking. So rocking is the reorder quantity. And then, of course, don't forget, I've always seen students, inside here subtracting maximum. If you want that difference to be the highest, inside there we must always use minimum. So ladies and gentlemen, are you able to see the roll? So the roll you guys gave me the 4,500. That is the reorder level. Plus reorder quantity, Reorder quantity is how many? Every time we order, they have told us that the reorder quantity is 3,000. Thank you very much. 3,000. And then you come and they say minus the minimum consumption. Minimum consumption, you gave me a figure of 250. How about minimum lead time? Minimum lead time, you gave me a figure of 4. Minimum lead time, you gave me a figure of 4. So then are you able to give me this maximum consumption, or the maximum stock level, ladies and gentlemen? So somebody pious gives me 6,500. So they never asked this, but assuming they wanted me to give them average stock level, I would have taken minimum stock level, plus in this case here maximum, plus maximum stock level, plus maximum stock level. So I would have taken, is there somebody who can remind me what our minimum stock level was? Anybody who can remind me our minimum stock level? What was our minimum stock level? Minimum stock level was 2,000. 2,000. How about maximum stock level? It's here, 6,500. We divide by 2. So then this one here will end up giving me what figure? This one here will end up giving me what figure? 4250. Thank you so much. 4250. Thank you so much. You see, this subject, ladies and gentlemen, flows in very well. And that is why I always get surprised why students fail in management accounting. Management accounting, you'll get like 80% of the students who do this paper, they fail miserably. Number one, it's because they do not study the paper very well. And then number two, they always, in this case here, ignore the theories. So shall be able to look at the theories as well. Because whether you like it or not, about 20% and more, at times even 30% in some semesters, will be theoretical questions. Assumptions of EOQ, roles of a management accountant, differences between management accounting and financial accounting, objectives of a management accounting system, those kind of things. Once you master them, you will be able, in this case, here to do what here to really pass. This semester, you are so lucky because now we have introduced what we call special revision classes. So special revision classes are being handled by the Chief Ninja himself, myself here. They are free classes for students who have registered with RCM. If you are in our registered paid up group with RCM, then automatically you should be able to attend these special revision classes for free. When do I do them? And if you have other classes at that time, no problem. You will be able to do what here? You will be able to put up with videos. So I have those classes on Thursdays. I mean, there are so many. Thursday from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Yeah. And then Thursday again from same content I'm repeating for the evening students. Thursday again from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., repeating the content that I did in the day. And then we have again Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then that's not enough. We have extra classes over the weekends, like now what I'm doing today. I have one class today, Saturday, then I have another class on Sunday. Simply, purely hammering CASNEB questions in a very enjoyable way. So that if you fail, then we said you need to think about another profession. But of course, in my classes, nobody can fail. So if there are students in this case who would want to join that program and join, of course, RCM, this is our phone number. Our phone number is 0793 555 000. That's our phone number, 0793 555 000. And please do me a favor. Ensure that you are marketing RCM outside there. Ensure that you are marketing the Chief Ninja and, of course, other teachers who are teaching at RCM. That we are the number one, and of course, you have made us. We are the number one college in East and Central Africa. All right. So is there somebody in this case who will be joining RCM for MA and other papers? You know, we have MA, FR, FM, all CPA papers. From the guys who are attending here, I would want at least, you should be able to have access to the LMS Moses, and you should be added to the normal classes as well. If you're in the SPR, you also have a chance to as well attend the other classes, and you will be getting the LMS access. Thanks, Gadoni. Gadoni is already enrolled. Yeah, Gadoni, I also see you quite a lot here. Yeah, I want to hear whether I'll be getting brand new students who are attending this session, who are saying now after this session, they are going to make a call because I need students. And I'm so happy because I can see now we are over 300 in our evening. Yeah. So meaning, as we discussed, you guys will be able to afford now Mwalimu. Yeah, a class normally affords me once they hit this. So we are looking for another 200. Nzomo ni mwenyeji hapa. So Nzomo, ensure that you bring other students. Ensure that you bring other friends of yours. So sure you can get them from the universities. Students are so many. Students are so many outside here. Students are so many outside here. I'm 100% sure that I shall be able to bring them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after that, then I would want us to introduce the concept of economic order quantity, EOQ. So economic order quantity will be that quantity that you procure, quantity of raw materials that you procure to minimize inventory cost. So quantity procured at a time. Quantity procured at a time for inventory costs. Inventory costs to be minimized. So that quantity that you procure at a time for inventory cost to be minimized is what we call economic order quantity. We are economic order quantity. And if you remember from our graph, if we have quantity here, and then we have costs here, so we have in this case here those costs that increase. We call them holding costs, like space. The more the quantity you bring in, you need more space. So those will be directly proportional to the quantity, the holding cost. Yeah. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we have what we call ordering costs. Ordering costs behave like this. So these are ordering costs. Those are ordering costs. Yeah, ordering costs. Remember ordering costs, if we order at once many units, if we order many units at once, and then we have our annual consumption, then in this case here, we are going to receive fewer orders. But if, for example, you have, say, 10,000 units for a whole year to consume, and then you say you're going to be ordering one item at a time, I'm ordering one, so I'll order many times. So every time I'm making calls, I'm asking lorries to bring things, the ordering cost will always be very high when the quantity I order is small. But in this case, should I decide to buy all the 10,000 units at once, then I'll only make one phone call. So in this case, in terms of ordering cost, the more I order, the higher the quantity, the lower the ordering cost. Ladies and gentlemen, I would want us to just draw this. I would want us to come and draw this. So we have this like that. So this is what we call total cost. And you can see the total cost is minimum. Total cost is minimum at the point where these two are equal. Yeah. So minimum cost translates to what we call economic order quantity, like that. Economic order quantity. So I would want you to draw this small diagram. And once you have drawn it, could you kindly, in this case here, mention Y for yes. Mention Y for yes. Mention Y for yes. Mention Y for yes. Yeah, they've been able to draw it. So you can see total cost when you add the two, then you shall be able to have this kind of profile. And then in this case, you shall be able to have what we call economic order quantity. Economic order quantity, which is the same as what here, minimum, which corresponds to minimum cost. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would want you to listen and listen to me very well. Listen and listen to me very well. Listen and listen to me very well. Whenever they want us to give them holding cost, how do we give them holding cost? We shall take the Q over 2. Yeah, it's always based on average stock. So holding cost, I will take Q over 2 multiplied by HC. And then whenever they want me to give them ordering cost, I have first of all to get what we call number of orders. Number of orders, these are DQ, D over Q. Those are number of orders. And then I have here commanding officer. Ordering cost is D over Q, yeah, multiplied by CO. So remember that Q is the quantity ordered at a time. Quantity ordered at a time. That's Q. HC is holding cost per unit per year. Holding cost per unit per year. That is HC. Holding cost per unit per year. That is HC. And then we have this D. This D is the annual demand. D is the annual demand. CO is cost per order. Cost per order. Cost per order is cost per order. Now, my good students, please listen. Listen to me very well. Remember, we have just shown something on our graph. On our graph, we showed something. That if this is the EOQ point, at EOQ, this holding cost and ordering cost will be equal. Let me just write down that at EOQ, at economic order quantity, yeah, holding cost equals ordering cost. Holding cost equals ordering cost. And the holding cost you've told me is Q over 2 HC, which will be equal to D over Q CO. So anytime we talk about economic order quantity, never forget at EOQ, holding cost equals ordering cost. So it will be Q over 2 HC equals D over Q CO. Then I would want you to do me a favor. Could you kindly make Q the subject of the formula? Please make Q the subject of the formula. Make Q the subject of the formula. Make Q the subject of the formula. So if you try cross multiplying, it will be Q times QHC. If you take this here, and then these 2 will go there, cross multiplication. 2 DCO. So then this will be Q squared, yeah, Q squared HC equals 2 DCO. Yeah, 2H Q squared HC equals 2 DCO, meaning that Q squared will be equal to 2 DCO over HC. Then I can do away with this squared and say Q then will be the square root of 2 DCO over HC, like that. And therefore this Q, because it is the one that is equating the 2, this will be the EOQ formula, which is the square root of 2 DCO over HC. Nobody will ever tell you to, in this case here, derive the formula, but it shall always be required to cram this. It shall always be required to cram that. That economic order quantity equals the square root of 2 DCO all over HC. All over HC. So you may forget about everything else, ladies and gentlemen, but we shall always remember that at economic order quantity, the formula for getting economic order quantity, economic order quantity equals square root of DCO all over HC, like that. Where D is the annual demand, don't forget that D is the annual demand. CO is cost per order. HC is holding cost per unit per annum. holding cost per unit per annum. Holding cost per unit per annum. So up to here, ladies and gentlemen, somehow, are we really together? The EOQ formula, are we together? Are we together? The EOQ formula, are we? Thank you so much. All right. Then let's, in this case here, test our ability of understanding by looking at April 2024, question number 3C. April 2024, April 2024, question number, April 2024, question number 3, cow. April 2024, question number 3, cow. April 2024, question number 3, cow. Once you get that question, are you able to put your thumbs up and, or even type there, yes. Enjoying the flexibility. Wow. Yes, I brought 2. Gadori, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful job. So I'm waiting. I can see Gadoni already has put her thumbs up like this. How about the other ninjas? You know, I need you to jump like a ninja as fast. Yeah. Jump like a ninja. Jump like a ninja. Jump like a ninja. At least Wambua has as well gotten it. Miss Wambua has gotten it. Miss Wambua has gotten it. Yeah, perhaps somebody can as well upload it here. If you are to upload it here, I will be so happy. If you upload it here, I will be so happy. Caroline Moore has also gotten it, which is really, really good. Jackie has also gotten it. So then I believe that every other person now has got access to this question. So this question reads, ufanisi. And I expect you to be buying our books, our textbooks. Yeah, they go for 1,000 shillings. These ones of RCM, 1,000 shillings, and we normally deliver to wherever you are. So Ufanisi Enterprises outsources one of its raw materials branded Oxlar externally. The annual sales demand for material Oxlar is 30,000 units. The company is planning to switch its purchasing system to a just-in-time purchasing system to improve efficiency. The following information is provided. So I can see the purchase cost per unit. I can see ordering cost per unit, that is core. I can see inventory holding cost, 12%. Additional information, inventory holding cost, in this case here, inventory holding cost per annum is given as a percentage of purchases cost per unit. Under the proposed just-in-time system, the company does not hold any inventory whatsoever. The reorder quantity under the proposed JIT system is 4,000 units per order. So advise the management of Ufanisi Enterprises on whether or not to switch to the proposed system. So remember, in this particular case, we shall first of all evaluate our best reorder quantity. Before we go to the JIT, just in time, JIT, we shall evaluate our very best reorder quantity, which is EOQ. Whenever you see so many options being given, first of all, start by laying the foundation. And the foundation in this case, ladies and gentlemen, will be the EOQ. EOQ. So first, so in this case here, the existing one, the current system. So current system, they have given us the core. They've told us it is 80,000. And the HC, they've given us a HC. If you look at an inventory holding, HC in this case here is 12%. So whenever they give us a holding cost as a percentage, we shall always multiply it with the purchase price, always. Purchase price, always. So then this will be 0.12. Under the current system, are you able to see the purchase price, my good students? Are you able to see the purchase price, my good students, under this current system? 400, isn't it? The current system, we have 400. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we know that in both systems, Annual demand has been given. Annual demand has been given. Annual demand for both systems, in this case here for Oxla or Okla, is 30,000. So you see, in the current system, they have not recommended a quantity to be purchased. They haven't. At least in the proposed JIT system, we know that they're recommending from note number 3, 3,000 units. So here they have not recommended nothing. So automatically it means that currently they're using the default, and the default will be the EOQ. So come here and compute EOQ, which will be the square root of 2D all over HC. Yeah, so it will be the square root of 2D is 30,000, and the core is 80,000. Core is 80,000 divided by our holding cost. You guys never gave me this figure. What is the holding cost, my good students? 48 from Gathoni. 48. So divide this by 48. And then don't forget that first of all, we shall evaluate what we have in brackets. So first of all, we shall evaluate what we have in brackets. You say 2 times 30,000 times 80,000. Then we divide by 48. So 2 times 30,000 times 80,000 divided by 48. Whatever answer we get, we find the square root. Whatever answer we get, we find the square root. So they're telling me that these are 10,000 units. 10,000 units. 10,000 units. So then give me total cost. So come here and give me total cost. So remember, total cost, we normally take the purchase cost plus ordering cost, yeah, plus in this case here, holding cost. So anytime they want us to give them the total cost of inventory, we shall always take the purchase cost plus ordering cost. Yeah. And then we have in this case here, holding cost. Yeah. So is there somebody who remembers the late 𝑪𝑰𝑭𝑨 Kibaki, our former president? Yeah. Is there anybody who is able to remember the political party that this gentleman used to vie with? Anybody who is able to remember? DP, isn't it? Not PNU. At last, he went for DP. So anytime we talk about inventory, purchase cost, we shall always take DP. The DP plus ordering cost, D over Q, core, plus holding cost, Q over 2, HC. HC like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall move quite slowly here. So, are you able to remember that the annual demand was 30,000? Annual demand was 30,000. And each of these units, we buy the price. The purchase price is 400. Plus the annual demand, 30,000, divided by Q. You have just told me that Q, we procure 10,000. This is the EOQ now, times our core. Our core is 80,000. Plus our EOQ, which is 10,000, 10,000 divided by 2, multiplied by holding cost that you guys gave me, as 48. I want you to do me a favor. Please, I want you to give me these numbers one at a time. We start with this 30,000 times 400. I know the figures are very, very high, but please give them to me that way. I'm driving at something. So 30,000 times 400 will end up giving me 12 million. 12 million plus, how about this number alone? This number alone. That number alone, 30,000 times 80,000 divided, this number alone, the one that I've boxed there. 240,000. So this is 240,000. So without you telling me anything, I know that even this one will be 240,000. Even this one will be 240,000. Who can tell me? How have I known that it will be 240,000? Who can tell me? How have I known that it will be 240,000? How have I known? Yeah, at EOQ, we always expect ordering cost to be exactly equal to holding cost. Thank you so much. At EOQ, always. That is a rule. Holding cost will be equal to ordering cost. So then are you able to give me the final answer now? 12 million plus 240,000 plus 240,000. What is the final answer, ladies and gentlemen? What is the final answer, ladies and gentlemen? What will be the final answer, ladies and gentlemen? 12,480,000. 12,480,000. 12,480,000. 12,480,000. Yeah, so this figure you should be able to remember it, eh? This figure we shall be able to remember it. So I would want to get feedback from you, great students of mine. Are we now okay? Are we okay? Are we okay? Are we like okay? Up to here, are we comfortable? Yeah, great. And please feel free to ask this Chief Ninja CPA, Chief Ninja questions. You shall never fear. The CPA Chief Ninja is normally asked as many questions as possible. And there is no question that is too small or bad for the ninja. All questions are welcome. All right. So then, I've rubbed, sorry. Repeat from total cost. So remember, was following up the formula. Remember, total cost is purchase cost plus ordering cost plus holding cost. So how do we get this purchase cost? It is DP. Ordering cost, it's D over Q, CO, plus holding cost, which will be Q over 2, HC. And then now you have everything, right? So if it is annual demand, and you know it's 30,000 times the price, 400, annual demand, 30,000, over this EOQ, 10,000, times cost per order, 80,000. Yeah, plus the Q, EOQ, 10,000 over 2, and if I'm not wrong, it is 48. And then you can even get it, everything at once, everything at once. I hope that is helpful. Yeah. And then on number 2, they want us, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here, to come and give them the total cost of the proposed system. Total cost of the proposed system, yeah. Total cost of the proposed system. So Jackie, I believe I can now rub, I believe I can rub this. I believe now I can rub this, right? Right, I believe I can rub this. Thanks for asking a question. I think you're the first person to ever ask me a question in this class. I don't know whether I've gotten geniuses of students this semester. So Jackie, I'm waiting for your signal to rub. You can just mention there Y for yes if you're okay. So Jackie has gone mute. So I believe silence is consent. All right. All right. So then, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here now, they want us to give them the proposed. So the proposed system is what they are calling just in time. Toyota Japan, which believes in Kaizen policy, uses the just-in-time system. It uses the just-in-time system. It uses the just-in-time system. Just-in-time system. How does it work? They don't believe in warehousing things. So they have, in this case here, a chain production kind of a system. So once these particular vehicles, for example, they have reached here, and now they need tires, the suppliers of tires will be seen running literally. Yeah, so they procure for immediate usage, just in time, the raw materials are procured for immediate usage. Yeah, just like now most hotels, some of these big hotels like in Dubai, if you go there, they'll tell you they're using just in time. Whatever you're going to eat on that plate will be bought immediately for immediate usage. Yeah, to show people that here, and they're proudly showing people that here we don't believe in refrigeration. Because when you are buying quantities here for storage, ladies and gentlemen, of course it has got its own advantages because you're buying in bulk. All right. But again, remember it has disadvantages because of the holding cost. The holding cost will be very expensive. You need bigger rooms. So there are people now who are getting into this new concept of JIT. We buy just in time. So when you are buying just in time, the holding cost will tend to zero. The holding cost will be zero. If you look at this proposed system, you can see under inventory holding cost, they are putting a dash. They are putting a dash. So then should we adopt this proposed just-in-time system, what do we have? The annual demand will not change. I will still need this annual demand of 30,000. And now remember here, they have given us the reorder quantity. They have given us the reorder quantity for this proposed system. They have told us to be ordering from lot number 3. From lot number 3. They have told us to be ordering how many units at a time? They have told us to be ordering how many units at a time? 4,000. 4,000. And then in this case here, the cost of ordering, you can see the cost of ordering there will be 28,000. 28,000, the core. Under the proposed system, the core is 28,000. Are you able to see that cost of ordering 28,000? Yeah. And then now, ladies and gentlemen, how about the holding cost? So the holding cost in this case here automatically, because these are just in time, we are not having any refrigerations around, nothing like storage, holding cost will be 0. So because we are not computing EOQ, here straight away we shall be able to go ahead and get total cost. We shall go ahead straight away and get total cost. So our total cost in this case here will be DP, D over Q, core, plus average stock, HC. And remember, you can as well forget about that because we know that the holding cost will be 0. Let's just obtain it there for our future remembrance. So we have here Q over 2 HC like that. So annual demand, ladies and gentlemen, is 30,000. The price per unit, I believe, will still remain the same. Purchase price will be 400. Annual demand is 30,000. All over, in this case here, Q, which is 4,000, times cost per order, which is 28,000, plus this 10,000, all over 2, times holding cost per unit, which is 0. So is there somebody now can give me, like, by a strike of a pen, a strike of your calculator, give me the final answer? You say 30,000 times 400, plus 30,000 divided by 4,000 times 28,000. And then, of course, you know that the last one is 0. So is there somebody who is able to give me this answer? Is there somebody who is able to give me this answer? Anybody who is able to give me this answer? So according to 𝑪𝑰𝑭𝑨, it is 12 to 10,000. 12, 200, and 10,000, like that. Thank you so much, Mwiti. Now, could you kindly remind me the total cost of the other policy? What was the total cost of the other policy? What was the total cost of the other policy? Total cost of the other, it was 12,480. 12,480,000. So can you kindly advise this company as a management accountant? What do you think will be in the best interest of the company? JIT. So in this case here, conclusion, the company should adopt the new policy of buying just in time. The company should adopt the new policy of buying just in time. So today I would want to excuse myself, ladies and gentlemen, to disappear a bit early. So when I come tomorrow, I'll be able to take you through EOQ with the discounts in form of ranges. It never misses in your exams. So please be ready to attend my tomorrow's classes, and you can only attend my tomorrow's classes if you will be in the paid group. Because, very soon I'll stop now. In this case, you're doing what here? Yeah. Is there somebody who has that timetable for special revision? I've got so many classes at RCM. Somebody who has that timetable for special revision should be able to tell us tomorrow's class will be at what time. Is it morning or what time do we expect it? 12 to 2. Quite bad time for us who go to church here. 12 to 2. That is when I'll be able to come tomorrow. Tomorrow, 12 to 2. All right. And for you to be able to make any queries about our programs at RCM, and of course, get to invite you and teach you, ladies and gentlemen, management, accounting, and all these other subjects at RCM, yeah, I would expect you to give us a shout. A shout out. We shall be able to give you whatever information. Yeah, so 0793 555 000. 0793 555 000. Otherwise, let me run away. There is somebody who has a birthday at home, and they are really calling. I can see here. About timetable, Mswachi, we shall be able to share the same on WhatsApp. Otherwise, it's my hope that you guys, what is 10,000 divided by 2, then times 0. Remember, this is Q over 2. The holding cost. And remember, under just-in-time system, we do not have any holding cost. So you see, 10,000 divided by 2 is 5,000. 5,000 times 0, this is as good as nothing. Yeah, for JIT, there is no holding cost. Thank you for the loves I can see there. It's good to know that you guys are enjoying classes of this old man, the chief CPA ninja. Bye. Cheers. Bye. And then, of course, those ninjas who are watching me on YouTube, I always expect you to give me a subscription. Subscribe. Ring that bell. Thank you. All right. MA ni 1 term. Yes, 1 term. Gone. Thank you. If HC, I'm getting very good questions here. If HC, I think NNY, you're losing out on something. That HC, holding cost being equal to ordering cost, is only applicable for EOQ. This is not economic order quantity. This is another, it's a deviation. So we don't expect the two to be the same, never. That concept of holding cost being equal to ordering cost can only apply under EOQ conditions. Any other quantity, there will be imbalance. Thank you for asking. Great.